Alright guys, what's going on? So we're working on the front of the car today. Just got the driver's side done. Uh, did the steering knuckle swap. I ordered these for a Buick Century. Um, Whatever the reason is that GM puts only has aluminum steering knuckles for the Lesabre and some of the other big cars, I don't know. So I went with the Century, which is a slightly smaller Buick model. Um, The only way I could figure out whether these were going to fit or not was I went on Napa ProLink and I cross-referenced part numbers for the wheel bearing. Now they share the exact same wheel bearing, so my thought was, well, everything else should bolt up, and I got lucky with that. Caliper bolted up just fine. Everything lined up the way it was supposed to be. The only difference is I was not able to reuse the factory bolts for the strut. I had to use half-inch bolts, and because the new knuckle, the holes are smaller, so I had to use smaller bolts. And then obviously, if you look at this side, and then you look at this side, it throws off the alignment quite a bit. Not exactly sure what happened there. I didn't touch nothing as far as the tie rod goes. My only concern with this car is when I was taking out the wheel bearing out of the old hub, I don't want to say I got rough with it, but there's no good way to, try to reuse wheel bearings. So I took the reluctor ring off the outside casing for the wheel bearing because the wheel bearing was hanging up from that, I believe. I don't know if you can. So I pried that off and it freed up the wheel bearing. My thought is that it spins free. I don't think it has a little bit of play, but this is tight, and then the other back bolts are tight, so everything should be fine. I might go ahead and get another wheel bearing just to have at the track. Same thing, this tie rod on this side was a bit of a pain, didn't want to come apart, so I had a little bit of play, not anything major, so I'm gonna get another tie rod just to have on backup in case it does break. But I still got, we'll go over here so you can see what it is factory. So these have the aluminum knuckles in them, which are known to break. This car still does have lower control arms that are aluminum. I've reached out to a couple other different derby guys. They say don't worry about it, so I'm just gonna let it slide and just see what happens. I know the knuckles are the biggest part, so that's where I stand with that. And that is a very bad brake line. All right, so I'm gonna take this wheel off and start going the other side, so we'll check back in a little bit. So sometimes it sucks to be indecisive, and I have options for bumpers. This is the bumper that I used last year on my Kia Optima. It came off a 78 Chevy Caprice front bumper. Nice rugged bumper. I cut it off because I know I can get one more run out of it. Issue being is this is a fresh car, and I should really run a fresh bumper because it's kind of hard just to sit it on there. I don't know how it's sitting on there, but I guess don't breathe too hard. There's no protection for this wheel, so somebody can just come and hit me there. The other side, it's almost the same. There's still a 21-inch bumper height rule, which at its current level, it's like 12 inches off the ground. I don't want to go up too high because how am I going to make wheel shots to try to take other people out? So I don't think I'm going to use this bumper on this car. It'd be great for probably a 4-cylinder car. So I don't know. Post in the comments what you guys would do. I think I'm going to run home, take a little break. I've been here since 9 o'clock. It's now 3:15. So I think I'm going to take a little break, run home. I think I'm going to grab a different bumper. I might grab the rear bumper off the Caprice that I have. Because if the front one is as tough as it is, then the rear one, why shouldn't that one be? My brother gave me his bumper. He had an extra bumper for 71 LTD, but that's just an outside skin. It's not a 2-piece bumper. So I don't think I'll use that. I might actually put that on the front of my truck. I don't know. Then I have a bumper off an AMC, something that I was going to bring. I should have brought it. But then I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'll reuse this Caprice bumper. So I don't know if we're going to make it. But other than bumpers, both steering knuckles have been swapped over. The front brakes have been freshened up. So those are good. I didn't touch that rusty brake line. Let's see. I got the computer relocated to best spot I could possibly figure it out. I don't know. I mean, I know other people tuck them up in the windshield cowl, but there's a lot going on here and not a lot of time. So I think that's the best location I can come up with. I set this up here so that you close the hood. The hood doesn't fully go down on this side to kind of give it a little bit of something. And then I'm going to run a piece of 9-wire over here to kind of help hold the hood up on this side. That way when I get out or something, that doesn't squish the computer. So I might actually cut out space under the hood. Yeah, I think I'll cut out more of under the hood. That way the heat can escape. I still got to cut the initial inside hole, but I think I'm going to cut further over just to have a peace of mind. Let's see. So that's done. I did a half-ass alignment. There's still towed out quite a bit. Camber's actually, well, this side's okay. Well, I don't know. I might actually put it on the alignment machine because it's better than it was. I just want to be sure that it's not gonna completely destroy the front end the first 5 minutes, you know. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what you think. Alright guys, I'm finishing things up for tonight. Still got some more welding to do for the bumper, but it's basically burned on. Gotta just, weld the back sides. But it's basically on there for now. I went with the 78 Chevy Caprice Classic rear bumper that I had. 2-piece rear bumper, so it's got the aluminum section on the inside and steel on the outside. So the one I had for the front did pretty good last year, and like I said, I was going to use it and then I decided not to. But this one seems like this is nice. So I didn't really measure anything, but it looks like I got it fairly centered on there. So 8 a.m. comes early. That's when the shop opens. So I gotta back this thing out of here and clean up the shop. It's a little after 6 right now, so I want to get this cleaned up and relax for the evening. But stay tuned, guys, because we got a week to go. So now it's just a lot of little things, but we're almost there.